Jim's come up very well. Glenn Bossy goes extremely well for him. But I went that way, Chris, 12, 4, 10 and 14.
All right, getting around to the start, and it's very, very clear-cut favourite here, Enthusiast. Nothing really back to beat it. Victory Rangers had a little support. There's been each way specking for Crimson Gown, Bishop Bill, Regal Punch, Schumpeter. As Larry said, it's come in a couple of points. Wishart's in the market too. Forest Jim would be second elect there at the moment, and out a couple of points there is Motivate.
The gold sleeve, stripe sleeves and gold cap. Geez, on the toe in the gate, Enthusiast. Now he seems to have settled okay. He's an on-speed runner. And they're racing, and Enthusiast left okay. He's going forward in the early part. In fact, he'll be the leader in a moment. Victory Ranger from the inside began okay, but Enthusiast went straight past him, and Forest Jim and Wishart improve. At the first corner, 1400 out, Enthusiast went to a clear lead. Wishart, the outside, goes to second. Victory Ranger third the rail. Forest Jim fourth around Regal Punch. Making Tracks is going up three deep. A couple Cracker Jack's open. Valiant Dane on the rail. This was good speed in the race. 1.5 to Crimson Gown on the outside of the grey Bishop Bill. 2 Motivate, 1 Schumpeter. A half to Awesome Weather. 2 to the Cove Director. It's back on the outside of Double LH, and last Mr Smug, 12 from the leader. At the 900 metres mark, it is Enthusiast on top, the favourite. Leads by 2 to Wishart. 2 Making Tracks, 3 parts Victory Ranger on the rail. 1.5 to Forest Jim on the outside of Regal Punch, and another 2 Cracker Jack's Hope. 1 Valiant Dane. 2 Crimson Gown around Bishop Bill. 2.5 Motivate around Schumpeter. 2.5 to Awesome Weather. Another 2.5 to Cove Director on the outside of Double LH, and last Mr Smug. Kennedy's trying to run these into the ground on Enthusiast, and at the corner 400 out, he's 2.5 Wishart. 3 lengths away Victory Ranger, Regal Punch, Making Tracks, Forest Jim, but Enthusiast heads up for home at the 300. He's 2 lengths to Wishart, 2.5 to Victory Ranger, then Regal Punch followed by Forest Jim, but Enthusiast clear past the 200 metres mark. He's 2 Wishart, Victory Ranger on the outside battling home, but Enthusiast in front with 50 to go. Wishart won't pick him up with Victory Ranger, and Enthusiast leads all the way. Wins it 1 3/4 to Wishart. Victory Ranger 1.5 away, third and fourth Regal Punch. A big gap in the field, then Forest Jim, followed by Valiant Dane, the Cove Director. And then behind those horses, we've got Making Tracks. With that bunch of horses came Bishop Bill, followed by Double LH, Schumpeter. A long way back on the field, then to Motivate, Crimson Gown, Awesome Weather, Mr Smug, and last time Cracker Jack's Hope. I want to have a look at the clock. He went fast all of the way. He went fast all of the way. I would venture to say that he's run some time. What's the record for this race? The class record's 1:35.62. Well, I reckon you'll give that a nudge. The course record's 1:34.29. I don't know about that. But if he hasn't broken 1:35.62, I'll give up. He just went fast all of the way. Enthusiast. He came out of the gates. Those horses back in the field at the 800 metres mark, their respective riders were absolutely riding the brains out of them, and they couldn't improve one iota. And Wishart's a pretty good finisher. He can finish these races off, so can Victory Ranger, and in the end they just couldn't make up any leeway. Well, that's what, he's now won 5 out of his last 6. He's by Flying Spur out of Gold Simone, trained by Johnny Wallace and the rider Aaron Kennedy.
Both horses have now won 4 on the trot, Matani and Enthusiast. So John's got the team absolutely firing. Riders are up at Moonee Valley for race 5. The event's due in about 5 minutes' time. Let's have a closer look at the runners. And we've recorded.
In this Adolescence is in the All Cerise. Clowns, who's coming in now in the black with the Cerise cap. He completes the lineup and they're all in. They're set to go. 5th event. Racing now. Not a bad start either. Future Analysis jumping fairly on the inside, and Cottage Crest got away well. So did Kokoriko, My Jabril. Adolescence eases in the early part with Prince Hell. Chattanooga gets right back. He's third last. Down to the judge they go. Iona Avenue finding the lead ahead of Future Analysis. Up on the outside, third is Cottage Crest. He's a lot handier today. 2 lengths to Bionics on the inside of Kokoriko. 3 lengths to My Jabril, who's on the rails. Prince Hell is 3 wide. Adolescence the centre. 1.5 to Chattanooga. Clowns is out outside, and back 2 lengths away is the Fats. Up the side, they're inside the 1500, and Iona Avenue the leader by a length. Future Analysis second, Bionics third on the inside, followed by Cottage Crest for the run of the race. A length and a half to Cocorico. My Jabril midfield on the rails, being trailed by Adolescence, and then Prince Hell out wide. One further back, Chattanooga. Clowns around him, and 2 to the Fats. Iona Avenue goes into the back, nearing the 1,000 metres, out by 3/4 Future Analysis. 2 lengths away in third placing Cottage Crest, and the gold colours around Bionics. 1.5 to Cocorico, 2 lengths to My Jabril. They're trailed by Adolescence, Prince Hell, and then 2 lengths further back or a shade more to Clowns, followed by Chattanooga. 10 lengths, maybe a touch more off the lead at the 1,200, and the Fats last. Iona Avenue has it up the side by a length and a quarter, Future Analysis. Cottage Crest third from Bionics, and then came Cocorico. Prince Hell starting to make a little ground. My Jabril on the fence from Adolescence, hard ridden. Clowns is next, being followed then by the Fats, and Chattanooga's last, and he is being ridden along. As they approach the turn, Future Analysis goes to the lead over Iona Avenue. Cottage Crest on the outside, running on from Prince Hell, Bionics, My Jabril. Clowns are starting to respond. Chattanooga still second or third last. They corner. Future Analysis is the leader by a length to Cottage Crest. Here's Clowns down the outside, and Prince Hell is coming with him. 100 left to go. Clowns got up to Future Analysis. Prince Hell is coming through in the middle. It's Clowns and Prince Hell. Clowns on the outside, and Prince Hell. They hit it, and Clowns just beat Prince Hell. Gee, they race tight up the straight. Future Analysis a length away third. The Fats from last, followed by My Jabril, Cottage Crest. Chattanooga never in it today. Then Iona Avenue, Bionics, and at the end of the field is Cocorico and Adolescence. Stand by for it here. Victory will go to Clowns for Eddie Wilkinson, but he and Prince Hell have raced the length of the straight very, very tightly together, and I don't know, to be quite honest, if there is any shifting from Clowns. It looked late that he might have laid in a little on Prince Hell. He'll get the photo, I'm sure. It is a photo finish. Gee, the inside horse has got a bob in, but it looked to me that Clowns had got it. We'll just wait for the official verdict. We've had some very tight ones here today. Here it is. 5 is the winner. Clowns, Eddie Wilkinson. Second is 9, Prince Hell, Sally Wynn. And third is 4, Future Analysis, written by Michael Walker. Iona Avenue just didn't quite take him into the race as far as he would have liked, and he was left a vulnerable proposition late in the piece. He's run bravely, but Chattanooga's just been an absolute rank failure today. I don't know why he didn't get into the race as he usually does. We can guarantee him to put in a big finish usually, but it was just absent from his makeup today, and he probably got to about midfield. It was the best he could do. 5, 9 and 4. The official fourth was number 12. That was the Fat. See, he's come from last. He's come from behind Chattanooga to at least get into the placings. And 15 was number 2, My Jabril. Probably this wet track not quite in his favour.
Coming up, good race. It's a Group 3 over the 1350, and True Glow's the favourite at $4.10. Let's have a look at them, starting with True Glow, trained by Lee Friedman. A winner at Moonee Valley last start, Larry.
Yeah. The trick with Pateza is that he's a back marker. Now, just how far back Boss will get on him here, I don't know. There's no scratchings, a field of 17 to run here. He's not a horse you can bustle, but keep in mind that when a Mission won this race last year, he came from, he was a mile back, turning for home. So they can get up and win these races. But Pateza's chances depends on a lot on luck, because he's got to find a way through the field. So he'll need to be able to get out and get going, and Boss wants him to go. That'll be the key with him. He worked brilliantly here on Tuesday morning. There was a track work here Tuesday. He worked an absolute treat here. He looks $1 million. I agree with Larry. Falkirk looks as though he's improved since he's been here. Whether he can get around this way of going, we're not 100% sure. He got off the track the other day at Eagle Farm. That was over the 1200. He might be able to be more balanced over a longer trip here of the 1350. Now we're waiting on Dursey M to be positioned, and we're also waiting on Top Mark. There's the grey horse Rydals behind the line. Top Mark, there he is there on screen. You'll see him in a moment. There he is. Just looking out from our broadcast box, another very good crowd here for this cup meeting today. And that'll be the next race on the program. Now, Top Mark's about to come over. Falkirk stands up well. True Glow's the inside. Big win at Moonee Valley the other day with 60.5 on his back. He won the Queensland Guineas here. Lights are on. And they're off and racing. Good start out. Miss Potential in the middle was one of the first to go. Falkirk and Brits Best began quickly. And when they link up with the course proper, it's Miss Potential on the outside and Falkirk. They led together. Brits Best third. True Glow straight into the box seat. Fourth on the inside of Keffel. Then comes the Showbiz Kid. Further back, Alfonso. Scaredy Cat's running seventh in the middle. Top Mark's out three deep. And then comes Sammy on the inside of Proudly Agro, followed by Celtic Trial. Patezza drifts back worse than midfield. Then comes Amex, followed by Victory Vane, Dersium and Consular last of all at the 700 metres mark, and Falkirk on the inside of Miss Potential led by 1 3/4 to Brits Best. A half to Keffel, fourth the outside. True Glow with a lovely run on the rail. Top Mark and the Showbiz Kid going up with their deep. Now Scaredy Cat's improving between runners. Then Sammy, Proudly Agro, Celtic Trial, Alfonso, Amex. G. Patezza's got some work to do from Victory Vane, and then Dersium and Consular in the straight, and Falkirk on the inside of Miss Potential led. True Glow's trying to get up on the fence, followed by Brits Best. Further back, Scaredy Cat, and Patezza's trying to get into the clear. It's coming from a long way back, but it's coming quickly. Falkirk, True Glow, Miss Potential, Brits Best and Patezza, but it's True Glow and Falkirk. Falkirk, True Glow grab the lead. True Glow beat Falkirk, Patezza third, Miss Potential fourth. The next time in the race was the Showbiz Kid. Then came Alfonso, followed by Proudly Agro. Just behind those comes Dersium, followed by Celtic Trial. Further back on the field, then came Sammy. Scaredy Cat's a long way back. So too is Keffel, followed by Consular. And Amex has finished a long way back towards the tail. And Brits Best has beaten he's finished about midfield, pulling up quickly over the line. Tailed off is Top Mark. And Victory Vane has already pulled up and is almost back in the enclosure.
True Glow, number one, ridden by Darren Beedman and trained by Lee Friedman. Let's head downstairs. That was a big win, Chris.
It was a big win, Matt, and Lee Friedman, you must be very, very pleased with the win of True Glow. He raced nice and handy too.
Yeah, he's racing the best he has this preparation. You know, he won a Group 3 in Sydney, and then he won with 62 the other day at Moonee Valley, and he's come up here and won with a big weight again today, so he's in career best form.
Barrier 1, of course, helped. Darren was able to give him the run of the race.
Yeah, he did, and it was just a matter, I guess, then whether the horse could accelerate with that sort of weight on his back, and he did a very good job.
Now onto the Stradbroke.
I guess that's the obvious target. Yeah, he's the right sort of horse for a Stradbroke because, you know, Eagle Farm will suit him better, and the 1400 you need like a strong 1600 metre horse to win it. So he should be ideally suited in that.
Congratulations on today.
Thanks, Chris.
Lee Friedman.
Well, even prior to that race at Doomben, he was the equal favourite for the Stradbroke handicap with King's Chapel and Thorn Park, and after that performance he might even become the outright favourite. True Glow, he won the Queensland Guineas up there last year, so he performs well in Brisbane during the winter. 1:10.8. Fourth will be number 3, I'd say, Miss Potential, but we'll make that official shortly. Well done to Lee and his owners. All right, Moonee Valley Race 6 is coming up very soon. Alf, time for the late mail.
Has been very firm in betting all the way through. Number 2, Infinite Grace. I'm going with it again. Its last couple of runs have been very good. I'm still looking for a little bit more improvement from this horse because it is better than what it's actually...
Set at the 1600 metres. Lights been turned on, they're off. Elwood jumped well on the inside with Infinite Grace. Kell dropped out to the rear with China Garden, and Lad of the Manor pinged out in company with Artique, and they settle down together in front of Free Gold. As they put the first 200 behind them now, Artique wants to lead and goes clear by 2 lengths to Free Gold. Lad of the Manor enjoys a good trail in third spot, followed by Mythological moving up on the outside of him. Infinite Grace gets up on the rail, and they were followed by Mr. Trickster. A length and a half to Elwood, 2 Barak, 1 further back is Kell. They're trailed by Longmire, who's third from last, and then China Garden and Acetate last. At the 1,000 metres, Artique a half length in front of Free Gold. Mythological striding up but deep on the course to third. Infinite Grace on the inside of Lad of the Manor is next, and they're followed a length and a half away to Tubarak. He's in the red colours, a touch better than midfield outside Elwood and Mr. Trickster. 1 further back is Longmire tracking 3 deep from China Garden. Acetate taking off, and Cal at the tail end when they came up the side. 700 metres left to go. Artique a neck in front of Free Gold, and Mythological Mythological is out 3 wide. Infinite Grace has had a good trail. 4th on the inside of Lad of the Manor. Tubarak starting a run with Acetate wide, and then Longmire, who's also working home as they came to the turn. Kell starting to pick up some ground, and then Elwood, Mr. Trickster. And as they sweep up to the turn 3 to China Garden, around the bend they race. Infinite Grace is getting a rails run to tackle Mythological and Tubarak, who's gone to the lead. Lad of the Manor's called on, and next is Acetate. Tubarak in front of Infinite Grace, Lad of the Manor, and then Mythological. 100 left to go. Tubarak the leader, but Lad of the Manor. Here he comes on the outside now, stretching home hard. It's Tubarak grabbed by Lad of the Manor. Yep, Lad of the Manor just beats Tubarak. Another photo finish. Infinite Grace 2 lengths away 3rd. Then came Mythological, Acetate, Elwood, Kell, Artique, and then came Mr. Trickster, trailed in by Longmire, who's at the end of the field with China Garden, and dropping out last, Free Gold. She knows where the post is. Good horse this. He's only been beaten once. Nicholas Ryan has got him home. Number 10, Lad of the Manor. Tubarak made a dash hitting the lead at the home turn, and he's held on quite well. Infinite Grace having an easy run right behind them. She's probably just not quite racing at her peak, even though she's filling placings consistently. 10.42. 4th in 9, Mythological. Time 1:39.2. 1:39.2. Lad of the Manor enjoying the claim with Nick Ryan on board today, and has now won 6 from 24. 6 from 7 starts. And he raced wide all of the way. And I'm sure that Nick Ryan wanted to do that, just keeping him off the fence and out of trouble. Big, long, striding fellow. And he's hit the line very, very well. For Nicholas Ryan, that's his 36th in town. 1.5 to Shin today. Took him to 32.5, so that apprentice's race right on.
Doomben Cup, we'll be able to bring you all of the news leading up to the race, catch up with a number of the jockeys riding in the Doomben Cup, and of course we'll have a close look at the runners as they parade. Let's hear from Hugh Bowman. He starts our Doomben Cup preview. He's the rider of Defier.
Well, Hugh, Defier today has a chance of going on and winning the Doomben Cup, and most people would love to see him do this too. He's getting near the end of his time, and he's been a fabulous horse, and you should get a lovely run. Can he get the 2200 though?
Well, you know, the 2200 is probably the biggest risk for him today. You know, like you say, he's been a great old campaigner, and he always runs a great race. He was disappointing at the Gold Coast, but he had a couple of factors against him, as Guy Wilder stated in the paper this morning. You know, he was backing up, and he's never backed up well in his life. And he's stepping, and he'd also had a hard run on a heavy track the week before, and he was very good. His run in the All Age Stakes was superb, and so was his run on the heavy track at Eagle Farm. So, you know, if you can strike back to that form, you know, if he can run the trip, which I think he will, because he's an older horse, and he seems to give himself every chance to run the trips because he is relaxing well in his races. You know, whether he's still got it, you know, hopefully he does.
Hopefully today we'll know. And set up a bit of a chance in the last, been racing well in Sydney.
Set up, yeah, promising horse, you know. I think this horse, whatever it does this preparation, it'll improve 5 lengths next preparation. He's still a bit green, still learning his trade, but he has strung a couple of wins together this preparation, and he is up in class here today. But he ran a good second against older horses in a midweek at the Kensington track last start, so no, he certainly deserves a chance at this grade.
You're taking off for Ireland shortly. When?
Heading off on Tuesday.
Tuesday, that's fast. And they told me the last time you were overseas you were at school and you were in a bagpipe band or something. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. That was a few years ago now, but no, it was a great experience. I played at an international tattoo with the school band and something.
Do you still play them?
Oh, rarely. Rarely.
You'll be playing them if you win on Defier, that's for sure.
Yeah, my word. I'm really looking forward to riding him. He's a great old horse, and he's certainly got the class if you can run the trip.
Good luck, Hugh.
Thank you.
And good luck in Ireland.
Thanks. Cheers.
Yes, he's won 2 Group 1 races previously, Defier. The George Main Stakes at Randwick and the Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Randwick, both of those in 2002. Jockeys are being introduced to the crowd at Doomben leading up to the Doomben Cup. There's Chris Muntz, who'll be riding So Assertive for the Gay Waterhouse stable. So Assertive was the winner of the Chairman's Handicap last week.
So Assertive out about 3 points, and a little specking there for Upset Them, the New Zealander, and Yakama expected to run a race too, and that's come in 4 points. It's a terrific race ahead of us, and a very, very good field again for this year's 4X Doomben Cup. Matt, they're moving in.
Thanks, Chris. And following True Glow's win in the BTC Sprint, he's now the outright favourite for the Stradbroke Handicap with fixed odds. True Glow's now at $5, King's Chapel $6, Our Egyptian Rain and Thorn Park both at $7.50, and Super Elegant and Basame Mucho both at $10. So True Glow's the $5 favourite for the Stradbroke. That protest dismissed at Victoria Park, correct weight. The next in 15, Vaneberg, Fax, Gillymarg and My Star Dane, 3, 7, 1 and 6. And here's the market. It looks like Vaneberg's the favourite at $4.10. The race at Victoria Park, about 15 away. All right, they're calling them in at Doomben for race number 7. It's the Doomben Cup. Here's Alan.
And we're just about set to go now. 2,200 metres the distance. Great Anna moves in. Cut the Cake is ready. This man should moves up to the outside stool. They're all in the gates. They're all set to go. Stand by for a start in the 4X Doomben Cup at Group 1, just waiting on the starting signal to be given. They're all in. Now the lights go on. Set to go. Waiting for St. Basil. Now they're right. The gates open, they're off and racing. Fantastic over near the inside was one of the first to go, but So Assertive from barrier 3 pinged out of the gates and went straight to the lead. Defy's going to track him across with King Kaitel, St. Basil, General Minolta, and this man Shoulds coming down the extreme outside, and when they link up with the course proper, So Assertive is the leader. This man Shoulds strides to second, General Minolta third, St. Basil races fourth, a length and a half to Like a Gov. He's 3 deep on the outside of King Kaitel. Defy's on the rails, then another Warrior, Fantastic drifting back on the fence from Make Me a Miracle. A length further back on the field, Lawler, followed by Utsepton, Great Anna, and then comes Cut the Cake and Yakama last of all. They're out to the 1,400 metres mark. So Assertive by 1 length. This man should stride second. 2.5 St. Basil third on the inside of General Minolta. A length and a half to Defy. He's back in 5th position on the inside of King Kaitel. Like a Gov's planted out 3 deep. A length away another Warrior between runners. Make Me Miracle is wide and Fantastic's on the rail. He's been followed by Lawler. Upset Them as 4th last on the fence. 1 to Great Anna. 3 parts Cut the Cake and 2 to Yakama. In the back 1,100 metres left to go. It's a good tempo in the Doomben Cup and past the 1,000. It's So Assertive by 1.5 to This Man Should. 2 to General Minolta. Ahead to St. Basil on the rail. Followed by Like a Gov and King Kaitel. Defy's next on the rails. Been followed by Make Me a Miracle, another Warrior. Fantastic's tracking along the fence. And then comes Yakama starting a move out deep on the track around Lawler. And then Upset Them, followed by Great Anna. And last of all, Cut the Cake. 650 metres to go. So Assertive 3 parts to This Man Should. Another length and 3/4 St. Basil on the inside of General Minolta. Defy's about to get off the fence on the point of the corner. Fantastic's tracking him. And then King Kaitel and Lawler makes ground with another Warrior as they turn. So Assertive leads to the 300. This Man Should's after him. There's plenty of room now for Fantastic. Here's Defy. St. Basil and General Minolta's down the outside. Fantastic and Defy. They've hit the lead together at 100 to go. Defy the outside's ahead in front of Fantastic. It's Defy in front. He's getting away from Fantastic. Close to home, and Defy wins the Doomben Cup. A length and a quarter. Fantastic. 5 away third. Upset Them, I think, ran third. A nose in front of either This Man Should or Cut the Cake, which is close up. Behind those comes St. Basil, another Warrior. And then behind those, King Kaitel, Great Anna, General Minolta, Lawler. A long way back on the field, So Assertive, and back towards the tail of the field, Yakama with Make Me a Miracle, and last home, Like a Gov. Guy Walter and Hugh Bowman and Defy win the 4X Doomben Cup. Beautiful ride by Hugh Bowman. Just saved every possible inch of ground. On the fence about 5th, 6th and 7th. And then he got off the fence, coming to the home turn. There was plenty of room for Fantastic, and Fantastic had his chance. He was in the neck of him at the 100. Within a neck of him there. And Defy strode away. And the class performer Defy went home to win. Second goes to 2 Fantastic. 13 is third, Upset Them. And 4 is fourth, This Man Should. The numbers are 1, 2, 13 and 4 after the running of this year's 4X Doomben Cup. Well, he's back today, Defy. the mystery horse, wasn't he? He went to Eagle Farm in the Sir Bernhardt. He ran the good race in the All Age to Private Steer. He hit the wet track in the Bernhardt. And Guy Walters said it might have been his mistake when he backed him up 7 days later in the Hollandale. And he was able then to give him a break and to bring him back and to win this Group 1 race this afternoon. He was arguably probably the best credentialed horse in the race, and he's won the money. Fantastic second. And that horse that ran third upset them. Look out for it in the Brisbane Cup in a couple of weeks' time. And fourth in the race went to number 4, and that was This Man Should. You had the numbers 1, 2, 13 and 4. 16 was 5th, and that was Cut the Cake.
Well, he was one of the few horses in the race that had serious Group 1 credentials next to his name, with a couple of Group 1s in Sydney. He's won another one today, and I suspect it might be Hugh Bowman's first Group 1 winner. So that's a milestone for Hughie, who heads off to Ireland on Tuesday for a couple of months. He's going out on a high. Here's Alf with the Moonee Valley Late Mail.
Opened up ridiculously short, number 3, Step Ahead, out to an appropriate figure now, in line with the tote price. Put it on top. Might need a little bit of luck, it'll get back, but its last start performance was exceptional, I thought, behind Great Is Great in Adelaide. Number 8, Dandy Kid, got no favours last start. Shouldn't probably need many favours in this event either. It'll be on the speed, looked very good, and the give in the track here suits him perfectly. Number 12, Dual Spark, was really carved up in front the other day when taken on, and you could only expect to happen what did, and that was weaken. It'll go better today over the 1200 here. And also number 1, Regent Street, there's good money for it on course. 3 ahead of 8, 12 and 1 as we go back to Chris Kearns at Doomben.
Okay, special moment here, Guy Walter. That must be a fantastic thrill for you, seeing Defy today.
It is, Chris. You know, to see him bounce back at his age, he showed what a great horse he is. He's had some great victories behind him, and before today, we were starting to think, well, maybe he's tiring of racing a bit, but it was a tremendous thrill, and I thought he rode him absolutely beautifully.
It was a 10 out of 10, wasn't it? He didn't look tired anymore. Are you going to push on with him?
It's too early to say, but I'd also like to pay credit to Robin Russell, who's had a lot to do with the horse up here in Brisbane. Ridden on all his work, and he's done a great job.
Congratulations, Guy. Go and enjoy the moment.
Thanks a lot. Guy
Walter, the trainer of Defy, a brilliant win today in the 4X Doomben Cup.
Congratulations to all involved. They're moving in at Moonee Valley for race number 7. Dandy Kid, a Moonee Valley specialist. He's won 8 times at this track previously, as the favourite at $5. Right, and there's only a couple to go in. Dean Caparella will join you after this race at Moonee Valley with the continuation of our Saturday broadcast, including the Rough Habit Plate, another good race from Brisbane, still to come. Right, here's Greg at Moonee Valley.
With the pace on the inside. So 3 to move in, and coming up now is Run Just Run. Datari, the grey, likes it very wet. Whether it's wet enough, we're about to find out today. Former Goodwood winner Marstic is going to be the last to move in, has an awkward barrier to overcome on the outside, and he's consequently a $31 chance. Moves in now, and the 7th is ready to go. Very, very open affair, the Ernie Sigley Plate. Light on, they're ready. 1200 here. Wyndham All took a dive and settled. Racing now. Good start to Run Just Run, and Dandy Kid of the first out ahead of Wyndham All driving up. Dual Spark and Ghost Party handy on the inside. Cool Me Sitters pressing on. Step Ahead settling down at about 6th placing. Abyssinian is outside. Wyndham All goes through, leads Dandy Kid at the 800 turn. A length to Ghost Party on the inside. 3rd, Call Me Sitter around him. Abyssinian 5th in the orange cap, travelling very wide. From Lethal Lee, Step Ahead, Dual Spark. Run Just Run deep out next, followed by Dreamliker, and well back as Regent Street and Datari. Marstic out very deep on the course as one of the last as they came up the